Let me check if everything is fine.
Sure. I think I heard the alert notice about your beginning of your video, so probably what I'm saying right now is being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you found everything's working fine, right?
It does seem so. I had to check because there was an update and it can mess up everything.
That occurred to me just before you said that. Yeah, folks, for anyone watching this, this video got a little bit delayed because of an update he had to do for his graphics card.
Yeah, it got
Although,
delayed, but also it was early as my 2 hours to begin with.
yeah, I was going to say that too.
So, all in all, it's earlier. But yeah, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Nothing More. As I recall, I made that just and that for, what was his name, Corsac, I think? Yeah,
Yeah, Cornstalk.
they are gonna use Corsac as a meat shield, and they are gonna just say let him go even though it is a proven mirage, and playing the part of the hostage.
That could be, yeah.
But hi, good morning everybody, I'm Tracy, and on the other side of the call is Chris Hall.
Howdy.
As you know, he is the author of the story, and we stopped at a very intense scene because the Minotaur appeared behind them, and he made every henchman unconscious for a while. They woke up, and they started running away, and Fatkin said, okay, I'm gonna kill your families if you run away. So, I mean, he didn't say that, but families will suffer. And
But
this is where we end.
some of them still fled because they were that panicked by him.
I mean, that makes sense. So, let's go with some pink. And we can continue from here, right? Even though we ran the whole last 2 paragraphs. You
Beginning
know
of that
what
song
is at
sounded
stake.
so.
Yeah,
The beginning of that song sounded so close to another I was familiar with.
it could be.
Hmm.
You know what is at stake. If you flee, I get settled. If you go, then it is your family that will suffer. But if they don't go, that it's gonna be their families that will suffer for your dying as well. So, even though the doctor, even though it's not the doctor, said that, oh, don't kill anyone. That, yeah, it's that. It's hard for them to pause and hesitate. The rest kept fleeing because they were getting out of their mind, but they were panic. Those who did stop and look at each other and they should have said with remorse. They know that most is nothing. He did this before. They turned back and fearfully face curves up again. But there is more resolve in their eyes this time. They know acting against this mighty Minotaur might be a suicidal act, but if they don't, then it might be their family that will suffer instead. They are literally in what is it called, the train problem. There is no right option. You know, either way they choose, it's already wrong.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Something like
Yeah. Alright, that's it. I faced the class, and for the first time, I hear Fla or Anchor in his voice. And this is Dragon's Pet Cat in particular. So, I hold my own about no soldiers. Don't kill them, but don't let them settle. That's either. As for a fat technical camp, he is mine. I mean, when you said say fat technical camp, one more say particular came into mind immediately. Oh, I forgot his name. Hmm.
The problem.
Yeah, it's annoying. What is his name? The one who steals Santa in one of the Christmas. Yeah.
Steals thunder.
No, Santa.
Uh,
Santa Claus. Kidnap Santa Claus and tries to
Kidnap
stop.
Oh, are you talking about Jack Skeleton?
No, the other one.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I think. Kidnap Santa. Well, okay, so it is from the same film. The
Not sure.
guy with the bugs in the bag.
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie. It's so annoying when you know and when you want to say this. Oh wait, what was it?
Who
No.
did the actual kidnapping? Those three kids, Halloween kids.
There you go, that is the big faster tail crab.
Okay.
I mean, for all we know, it should be faster inside. For it.
Yeah.
Once again, come notice acknowledgement. Ladybug, do what you will, but I advise you to stay back and let us take care of this. My pet advises me. You don't have magic, I remind him. How are you going to? I might have something way more powerful. I turn off when I see my pin suddenly burst for one at high speed. He has so much momentum that he even manages to raise up the crystal key wall that leaps off of it, so that the roundhouse kick crashes his face, while he is still in midair. Ha! I know Kung Fu! I mean, we know now that all of the Knights of the Hourglass have learned from Nagnu.
Could it be? Yeah.
I mean, they have the crystal.
Yep. Dr. Kelly does, and she's rather likely, or is a member, in fact, of Knights of the Hourglass, and was there for its founding too.
I mean, the reason why they got the info just to with the teach for the others.
Huh?
One of the match boys finally managed to shoot a crossbow bolt at Capstom. It actually would have hit too, if it wasn't for the fact that Capstom actually catches the bolt with one hand. A second later, he catches the bolt into splinters, then charges the stallion who originally fired at him. Jack spat in the crystal ground with each storm club mace along the way. Seeing this, the scene about to resolve the stallion get out again. Once again, they scatter in panic. I mean, he literally is like a barbarian in this scene.
Yeah.
Patrick is bad spinning away, since he has hardly any friction to keep him stable due to his floating hardness. He looks dizzy due to that one kick, and because of the spin also. Blood really leaks from his muzzle as well. So, you like to use money to extort and hurt your fellow police? My face expanded to Patrick in anger. I really despise boys like you. But if you would like to lose out upon those you consider your lessons, then face me. I will show you money where your mouth is. I will shove your money where your mouth is. In your case, it isn't good for anything else. But wait! Okay, so got out frantically. As he waves most of his hooves in panic at my pins. To that, He actually has to know his better cat. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Oh no, the cat is literally just hanging on for dear life on his hoof.
Yeah, they got claws, so they can have a good grip. I know
Look
that
at
from
that,
past
like
experience. Well, if it was Mona, then he'd definitely land with some agility.
Yeah. But this is a fat cat. Older
Mhm.
fat cat. Remember what I told about the cat? It can be married as well. As usual with such a feline, even one as obese as this one, it lands safely on all fours. For this, the cat looks at its master and hisses playfully, before running away with the jingle of a bell in its collar. How are we doing this? There's always crossover somewhere. Because literally in the last recording of Ace Attorney, we had a bell as evidence. And we hear the jingle of a bell again.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That was literally part of the evidence that we heard the jingle of a bell. Now I'm sure the cat is the killer.
Yeah, just look at the cat's shifty eyes.
Yeah. By now my piece is far enough away from the bad crystal, beside me, that he is no longer affected by anti-magical aura. Once again, the shape-shifting of the changeling is not affected by the crystal.
Probably, yeah.
No, we know it's not affected by the crystal.
If it's the same crystal, then you're correct. Unless the crystal got modified over the years.
I mean, they even said that it's not gonna be magic at that moment. It's gonna be inner thing. If she got the transmutation.
Should it be that crystal? It very likely is responsible for one other trait later on. The morphic qualities of Chrysalis's lair.
Yeah. After all, if he made it to Fat Cat, then that has to be true. The TARDIS is vague and also magical. Yeah, it would be really hard. Oh, that's why it was like, so Kilo, oh no, you do it. I can't get close to it, remember? I have my
Right.
seat.
Yeah, he needs a harness in order to stay afloat.
Sorry. That was in my mouth for a long time. In my nose. This was
Well,
annoying me.
Good that you cleared it then.
It was clean. So there's gonna be a round two sometime. I paid attention to his code and pulled something else out. It looks like this here's of a whip, but nothing evolved in his first. It sounds like a solid screwdriver, but it could be a little one maybe? And later, so, somebody with spears from the head, in a whip-like form. Oh, I've been seeing the magical whip on the ground, that shouts. If the next word from your mouth isn't "stand down," then you may find it harder to ever speak again. And we can imagine this, a thing from him. I mean, that's I imagine that's look, the star at the moment.
Wait, oh yeah.
Feeling extremely intimidated at this point, but his size grew afraid, but he shut us too much. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now. I bet smart as he looks at the college behind the floating monster. Mobster, not monster.
Hmm.
I mean, not too much difference.
Yeah, I thought so too. Both in meaning and in spelling.
I was watching the whole time. It is true. The temples who are left in the flat will come more down after exactly one hit from Custom. There was no one near the side, so it's mighty warrior. The only exception is all this college is cross talk. He's the only one to return to his four rooms, and apparently otherwise immune to what happened around him. Sus. Very sus, indeed.
True, but Curb didn't attack him. Not this time. Because he was ordered to spare him. Crackle told the prince that he is a hostage, and then he told a Curb Stomp.
Yeah, but it is still a thing.
Yeah.
It always was about see what my friend was talking about, until my friend started a liquid silver ring, out of which is like the fat cat by his throat. Using that game, my friend forces the floating pony next to him. I mean, the prince is definitely prepared for werewolves. We know silver bullet is needed, but silver whip can work as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you a new deal that you better not refuse. My prince manages to say to fat cat's face. I will give you half a moon to turn yourself in. I confess all your crimes to a local authorities. If you are not behind bars, then after all of this time, then I'm coming after you again. And trust me, you never see it coming. You won't see me coming next time.
I thought you were going to say that the moment I wrote that quote. Because I was thinking that too.
In fact, you won't see anything else ever again. My prince and I expect is so close now that they could kiss each other at this point. At the time, my prince asked him. I mean, Keko is like at the moment, it can be me. Do we have a deal? This is my final offer to you. I won't give you a better bargain after this. I mean, he can literally just go back to his TARDIS, which is not named TARDIS. I don't remember. Nexus, right? Nexus. Yeah. And go into the future, half a moon, check if he's behind bars or not, come back and get him.
Well,
Right?
yeah, their ships are called TARDISes, but his specific ship, or rather his captain's, does have a more specific name. It was called the Maxim.
Oh, the Maxim, not the Nexus. That's fine, man. Oh, Ghost.
Yeah.
With buckets of sweat pouring down his brow at this point. You know what I'm bringing up. No, I'm gonna bring the other guy up this time. There you go. You know you know the first guy.
Yeah. That's from Airplane.
I think that is to his side as he grabs some approach, then send beside the two of them in his peripheral vision. And the time grabs some against most of his records, one by one. Further left, then his right. I mean, he can just fly over and get Ghost Talk and I will kill him, sure.
Definitely know that's something Yang would do too, but she's typically more vocal.
Yeah? I was so mad by that was satisfying before me, then I was going to fight, then one fast gets helpful is like up to me, until the latest one across my chest. Then, is when I finally glanced at him. Using his run, he passes me again at the crystalline pillar, that has a black crystalline. From there, he turns over his shoulder. Drop your weapon and back up from my boss, or this man gets it. Hey, little pony. My little pony. Do you know I have magic? I'm a unicorn. I can just yank your sword out of your hand or your hooves. You can't even hold it because you don't have fingers.
Incidentally, you actually did his expression decently well. He'd be kind of panicked and frazzled.
I
The
mean,
one attempting to hold Crackle hostage, yeah.
he's only doing it for that. I didn't expect it to be Gekko, but sure. My face doing anything about as I look down and over his right shoulder and the gang member holding me hostage. I don't even know him. Sure. This will not stop me from stopping your boss. Also, didn't you hear what I said? I'm letting him go at the moment, and he has to turn himself in. Right? We can only see the upper half of my pants right eye over the edge of his shoulder blade. From there, he and my captain very focused and piercing there. I have the perfect picture for them. That is a typical cat behavior, right? Okay, let's go for... Everybody does that. There you go.
Okay.
While this goes on, an option comes to my mind. And this thing, it is easy to use it. Decided on the sword pressed directly against my eye. I do have a particular weapon in my saddlebag though. Two of them, in fact. I have sliders. We know they are the spike spiders. The flying spiders. A flash beast in my bag. Oh yeah, I forgot that you are what is his name?
Oh, Bug Whisperer. Those are the only two species even Fluttershy couldn't tame. But Crackle specializes in bugs. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very close. They are among the most aggressive insects in the Equestria. I mean, the spiders are more territorial. But the flash beasts are aggressive. The other point in our land.
It actually surprised Fluttershy about that too. She made comment like, "You really are aggressive."
Yeah. The other point in our land probably had everyone a chance to tame them. Except some other, I mean like two of them. Can kind of tame them. Not fully. But I did, and Lorraine occasionally fed them. They might be a little hungry now. I got a bit of respect, and I might capture her. Also, don't forget, this guy here is not just a pony. He is here because he is forced to be here.
Yeah. That'd be another reason he's frazzled. He kind of doesn't want to do this.
Yeah. Here, what makes sense as he passes the head of his name with me. Jump some. Hold this for me. If he gives you any go, then I recommend you to take your new cat for a walk. He then glares at Fat Cat as he returns. One word out of you, and it will be the last thing you say. Understood? It's a trap, don't say anything. Passing the note. There you go, he really understood.
Oh, yeah, he's actually a pretty bright pony.
Did you hear me? I said let him go! I told it was the other way around, and they would say... It is literally the same word, but the other way around. I thought they were gonna shout it for a ghost talk and let him go. I mean, it works. I'm looking at the captor. I think it's just a few paces closer. From there, my face stops and stands on my captor very carefully. Then a deep analyzing look in my face's eyes. It is so much minding that I even forgot my plan. We are really crisscrossing to the two stories. Because in Ace Attorney as well, there was a kidnapping, and the one who was forcing, one was literally forced to do what they were told. Just like this guy right here. And they can't do anything because they have their family on leash. I will get her, I swear! I have to tell him while shaking like a leaf. I can feel his blade shaking against my chest, but he's not holding it close enough to do any actual damage. I'm gonna ask you, is this a unicorn? Because he can talk while actually holding the sword.
Now that's not established in the story, but because of his proximity to the crystal, he's definitely not using his magic right now.
Then
He's
how is he holding
probably
the
holding
sword?
that by hoof.
Then
Unicorns could do that too.
oh, it was not the extended version, it was just a 5-minute version.
The song can go on a loop. If you know how to do that in YouTube.
Oh wait, so this was for the song version.
Yeah, there might be. I didn't think to search for that.
It's fine, we can just add session, there you go.
You were done with that paragraph.
My face holds his silence when he seems to do some deep operating. Eventually he nods when he reaches a conclusion. After that, he searches the ground beneath his hooves. He notices he is standing next to a door, but otherwise undamaged. Just kicks it up, I get it with his left paw. Examining it closely, he realizes the ammunition for this weapon is all disbanded. What are you doing? I have to ask in astonishment. Don't you value this one's life? No. I think he came out of a crossbow, but he found. He used to necessarily look as he waited. After a moment, he shakes his head and tosses it away from his companion. Apparently, it's facing inspection. He uploads another more to him, from the skewer. That night. Stand down! I'm warning you! He had to cry out in a voice so shaky. Even I'm suddenly feel sorry for him. I'm especially considering his motive. So later he's doing this because his boss has on his family. Other than that, it clearly seems to me that the stallion does not want to do this to me. I think that is what my prince realized only as well. He realized that this battalion is definitely buffing, despite how desperate he is. It's a good weapon to load up the crossbow he's holding with expert skill, then hold the weapon with most of his tools. He puts the stock of the weapon against his right shoulder, and carefully aims out of the circle above the weapon. That has a cross in it, the tiny hole in the center of the cross. There is a target hole on the crossbow. That's new. There's usually not a... You can't really aim with the crossbow with that. That's more likely higher technology. But I guess makes sense. He hold that pose for a few seconds before he finally demands it very firmly. Nope. You're sword. It's not mine! I mean, that's worse as well. I have to try to meet my patient still engaged with as much love as he can. But even in desperation, he quickly withers. I mean, yeah, that is what you have to do. Not just in this situation, but also like in trying to get a job. You have to be well determined and show that, yeah, I'm here. You have to get me on the job. I'm your man. And not falter. With a second, he burst into a sob and then drops his weapon. Suddenly, I know myself and I will be probably like this guy. You know, the thing, a shy in the name, there's actually the shy, and that is actually part of me.
Well, you remember, Salazar is actually a good leader, both in terms of potential and training. But on top of that, he was a merchant, so he knows how to praise others very well, both people and objects, which he did both. In the paragraph earlier, he looked at the sky, realized he's bluffing, and then just calmly started looking for a weapon. And for some reason, one of the crossbow bolts failed his inspection.
Wait, he looked at the sky? How did he look at the sky?
He praised the both the stallion and the crossbow bolt and the crossbow. And no, I didn't say sky. They're underground.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? It sounded like he looked at the sky. Oh, he looked at the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in a sigh of relief that getting the sword further away from my instructor. At this point, the doesn't seem to matter anymore. He rubs it on all four of his knees, and takes his hand in having the feet as he sobs. I mean, the fact that only said if you run, your comment got him. He didn't run.
Yeah, he didn't. That's true.
He also even tried. Again, Ladybug, would you do that or not? My opinion is right. I think him the aim of the crossbow and looked on his target. I don't let it go high above me. Before I strike, he looked up at me with eyes swimming in tears. He made me in a whisper. Please, help me. Ouch. The desperate look of his actually hurt my soul far more than his words did a moment ago. I mean my hooves down and knocked him out, with the scales of my idiotic train in me. He puts up no resistance, so I easily succeed. I casted a sleeping spell on him.
I cast. Please don't hurt me.
I mean, there was. One would argue that there was no point in putting him into a gauntlet, but there was. This way, fact cannot literally, uh, literally has no reason to hurt his family. And he is the only one desperate enough to actually do one action. If you think about that, no other pony will actually try to attack. I mean, other than the first guy who should have won.
Yeah, one bolt got fired at curb stop, but he caught it and crushed it.
No, I was quiet for 5 seconds until he broke up my side from Kawasaki. Only father, just an element. Why did you grab me out too? And he's missing in confusion as he drops his weapon and turns to face Kawasaki. In doing so, he answers. Because Agent Ladybug told me you were the hostage here. You are free now, by the way. You are welcome. No. Kawasaki cries out unexpectedly frantically as he collapses to his knees over his hind legs and covers his face with his foreleg. You should have done it. You should have taken me out first. For some reason, it goes very frantic as well. But even the test my face gave him not too long ago, he said he is silent. Aside from that, he revealed to signal my face in attention. Upon looking back at Fat Cat, my face noticed a very urgent and final look from the floating monster. It sounds like he is Corsac, but being controlled so he is Google. We know that the Symbiote can do it, can create the zombie ponies.
It could create what's it, spawns.
Spawns, yeah. So he might be a spawn at the moment. I mean, we know that he was captured by Mirage.
Oh yeah, in the fog.
He points several times at Corsac, then points away, just indicating they need to leave. Now. Confused, my face looks back at me. See if I can give him any explanation for this sudden new turn. After all, I was the one who told him earlier that this was one of the missing civilians in the fog 2 months ago. Run away from here! Corsac warned us in suddenly and even pain voice. Right now, he's shivering fiercely, and if either in pain, trying to hold something back, or both. We are looking at him, and except for Fat Cat. He can do silently and urgently warn us that we need to flee now.
You know what? I would recommend going back to the other music you had just a moment ago, or Rivers in the Desert. Especially if you find a longer version of that, but even if you don't, it might be long enough.
Okay?
As you're almost done with the chapter, actually.
What's your name?
Are you talking about the name of the song?
No.
Okay. Oh, you looking for a picture?
I know he had a very long name. Oh yeah, mental therapy. There you go. I have a feeling we will see something like this very soon.
We'll see. And if it, especially if it has that many eyes.
Go! Corsair cries out urgently. Go! He cries out again, except this time his voice is mysteriously more solar. What the? My face cries out as he looks back at Corsair. Okay, what is going on here? Corsair smashes the ground with 2 hooves. That's only a large pile of cacks spread on the ground upon doing so. See, Mr. Minotaur, you are not the only one. His whole body shifts, refers, and continues to grow. This is episode 2 of all of his legs, tail, and neck. His face elongates too. The then made transform into black and starts to look sun-like. And it's from and if it rose from a swamp. Seems to his hooves turn into a loving pond. And his tail thickens from hair to a solid tail. He grows a shaggy hair across all of his chest and halfway down his body like a buffalo. Most fascinating of all of this is the merchant eyes that now give an unnatural glow. I mean, you didn't see, write how many eyes he had. I have no idea what this about it.
I think a Catobalea leap pass.
Hello, Memphis. A bit it seems in the Wi-Fi show that immediately hated his goal from looking at the further side of the creature. By all the stars, this is not happening. All of you, already your gaze from the eyes of the creature immediately. The gaze goes instant death. What creature can cause instant death?
There are plenty in fiction and sci-fis too.
I know that there are some who can turn you into stone.
Well, apparently Catabalea's leap pass is one of them. At least in 2nd edition D&D.
There's like one in Irish folklore. Is the one that we know of. And it is the same thing in in D&D. And I'm assuming it is very close to this at the moment. Golden hand the chest hair.
There's actually a picture. There's a picture of it in the author's note at the bottom of the chapter.
Oh.
In fact, there's a link. There's a link straight to its stats too.
Come, get ready about over the cliff right away. We can talk about the future, not anymore. Wait, what? I screeched, startled. I don't think I heard that right. Joseph uncoiled with me from the basket neck as he nodded at me in a hurry. As for my friend, the last thing I see is him floating some kind of crystal above him and smashing to the ground hard as he can. They were mistaken. Corsair was not the hostage. It was Fat Cat. Fat Cat was the hostage. In a sense, I was right. They literally told the hostage. And doing so, the crystal shattered that emits an explosion of pulsing radiant light, so bright that it became blind and it was looking at it. I pick up some, lodge into my chest, and push the boat over the edge of the cliff. I proceed to jump below.
Alright. There, this song lasted long enough to actually get to the ending here.
And just for the alternate, we are gonna have some normal.
Da, 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 da.
No, we can't do that. That is Final Fantasy.
Actually, that sounds pretty good for a crystalline place.
It's very clear to those who showed that the cave written in the story is the same as Ricky's time Twilight and Cadence in during the education advantage. Yes. When about the next antimatter crystal, I got that later gets harvested, and when it goes later into Queen Crystal's throne. The system all non-challenging money, and it loses a constant shapeshifting of Amanda. They're tying everything together? Ah! That's his name! I thought he was just cursing in his own original language. Some of us is the boss that I made up. It's in the starter role-playing game, which was right. I'm sorry for everyone who is watching it.
What? Surprise! Yeah, reading these stats causes instant death because it's too bright.
Oh no, I looked at the side. I mean, I brought up Malor, which is an Irish folklore as well. And it can do the same thing, but yeah, this is closer to what you wrote down. I mean, once again, I would have been very suspicious if the one who is missing is there without anything tying him down. Even
Yep.
if he was tied down, I would be suspicious.
He wasn't worried about the action that occurred around him either. In fact, he lamented not being knocked out.
And once again, I think I was right. The cat is actually Mirage. Because we have proved that Combat is not Combat. Combat is Fireman. I mean, no. Corsac was actually just spawn or someone who was turned into a monster.
Yeah. So Mirage is still loose out there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it is a cat.
Okay.
I mean, I would be the cat if it was if I was in her form. If I wanted to look over everything that's happening.
No one would suspect the Fat Cat that Fat Cat should be familiar with for many years.
I mean, yeah, if the Fat Cat is actually acting and looking like the same as your original one, then you won't really notice.
The story doesn't establish what Fat Cat named the cat.
I mean, I have heard stories of some people who had lost their cat, found it, and then for a week they were just wondering why this cat acting so strange again, and then the original cat showed up again. So there were two very similar cats now.
Believe it or not, it was actually hard to find pictures of that cave. The one you see there is among the few that I was able to scrounge up.
Really?
Well, yeah, there's ones that showed enough of the background in order to emphasize where they are. It's pretty important to let you know that that picture come from the hub.
The hub. I mean, yeah, there are not too many. pictures of the team. They weren't there for a long time to begin with.
Fewer still for the film fiction. It's actually pretty picky what pictures that I'm able to upload. I don't know why, but there's a bunch that it rejects from online sources.
I mean, there might be like the formatting as well.
Perhaps, yeah.
But yeah, so Fastcat is not really a tent anymore. There is a much bigger tent, and there is even a much bigger tent after that. Even if you live in this one, who is still hiding and
Right.
playing the long game.
So, what do you think of this chapter? This climax chapter for this arc?
I mean, I'm surprised that the prince was like, okay, we are gonna hurt the one who was missing, and definitely was kept hostage by Mirage. He came here for Mirage, not for Pascal to begin with. So he should know.
Uh-huh.
He didn't know that he was starting to cut us. But
yeah, there's a bunch of things that surprised him towards the end.
well, I told you he was sus. In the very beginning that he was there. The whole thing that he was there was suspicious.
Yep.
But the prince is definitely much more aggressive in tone than the Doctor ever will be.
Yeah, I thought so too when I wrote this. Though besides this one chapter, he's a lot like the Doctor. But if he gets triggered, he can get a lot more physical. And that's pretty rare for him to get this triggered.
I mean, I imagined him just shooting the sword out of his hand, his hose.
He had to get out. Well, he had to get out of the range of the anti-magic crystal, unless the item he uses doesn't require magic.
I mean, he was having the crossbow, and he was definitely outside of the range because he was floating off a board.
Crossbow actually would work right next to the crystal, unless you're trying to use magic to wield it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the poor guy. He literally lost his family, and he was even ready to do something that he would regret for his whole life.
Yeah. Even Crackle felt sorry for him.
Yeah? It didn't look like the prince was feeling sorry for him, but he did.
Ladybug's not usually the most heroic character, especially inwardly, but in this situation, she felt sorry for him.
I mean, especially in the future.
And maybe you figured out that's kind of what triggered Prince Salazar too. That the fact that they turned back reluctantly because their families were threatened and the money was being used against them. Exactly the opposite of what Prince Salazar does in his own nation.
I mean, to begin with, he doesn't like slavery, to begin with.
Yeah, very much so. Definitely correct. And his family didn't either. Now, that was probably what he was kind of alluding to among some of the sales that Princess Celestia would not be in for, is we could also do slavery deals. He didn't say that in this chapter, but the mobster probably picked up on that. You're willing to do unscrupulous deals for profit.
Yeah, I'm curious. So did Mirage literally just, not Mirage, not just Mirage, but the whole Symbiote was just hiding after all that, trying to lay low, and only appear in by little in the history?
Well, instead of telling you what's happening, I'll remind you one of the theories that was either Crackle or the Prince made. I think it was Crackle though. That Yes, she was hiding low because she was aware there was some time traveling organization that was after her, and she might not have felt prepared for until she was able to construct the scepter that was able to conjure the magical fog and fear. And Crackle thought that it was after that point she felt ready to tackle on the organization of the Time Walkers. At that point, she deliberately baited them.
Hmm.
Because she's not being quite as subtle as she used to be before that.
I don't know which movie was that when they saw the future and they could punish the people before they did anything.
That's not enough of a clue. There's a lot of stories with that plot.
Right? I mean, that was a movie. I don't know that. I think it was this. Minority Report. It is very different in English and Hungarian name. That's why I didn't know the name.
Sense, yeah. I think sometimes you pause in the readings with my story here too, because it would have been written backwards in Minority Report. Yeah, I've seen that. It was supposed to be some kind of machine that was able to tell the future, so they try to arrest people before they cause the crime.
Yeah. I mean, there's something like this could happen here as well.
Yeah, good. Except actual time travelers occur. And sometimes there is psychics among the story, like Vision.
But I would say that Time Lords are usually doing this, and they are only doing the thing after they are starting to do the crime, not before they do the crime.
Speaking of Time Lords, I recently saw an episode where the Doctor did go back to Gallifrey, and they called his ship a derelict that should have been in a museum.
Hmm. I imagine the Time Lord Master, who is looking like Mormon, right? Just reading a story, and literally reading this story and seeing what's happening outside.
Given the situation that occurred across this week, I am not clear when the next reading will be.
It is gonna be infinite.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell you because in half an hour there's gonna be worker coming and there's gonna be a lot of noise. That's why we made this reading much earlier.
In 4 days, will it be back to our usual time?
Yeah, probably yes.
Okay. I'll set it to that too then.
I mean, unless something happens, because who knows? Life.
So, should be on the 13th in my time.
Yeah, for you 14, for me 14. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. With, oh yeah, let me finish that. We are gonna go for makeup. Going for 12.
You're on a roll. You're on a roll, by the way, for a bunch of these predictions you have in that text there. Let him go actually did appear in this story.
I mean, that was very obvious, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. But there's still a twist.
I mean, what they are gonna not face the combat bot. I'm gonna try to comment bot. No, it's not the penguin
I won't tell you straight up, but Salazar thought it was very important they flee so fast that he ordered Curbstone to shove Crackle over the cliff. He was extremely desperate to get away from that creature because he knows that it can cause instant death. At least that's what its apparent form was able to do.
Let's just do it. Make it remind me, obviously. There you go. This is what I called as well. But they didn't say it yet.
He is a spawn?
Yeah. Yes.
A little more proper English there.
There's no normal proper English here. Talking about me. But yeah, see you in 4 days.
Okay.
Bye bye.
And thank you for the reading.
Thank you for watching.